it's always an amazing opportunity to be able to sit down with somebody who has paved the way for many of us today. I'm getting to sit down with a icon in the tattoo industry, and one of the events that he has almost single-handedly spearheaded for nearly 3 decades. I'm at the Detroit Motor City Show with Tramp, and Tramp is the founder of Eternal Ink, the founder of the show, and the founder of many of the things that we enjoy as tattoo artists today. And I had to like steal him right away, real quick, to have him sit down since he's a very busy man. Tramp has been managing the Detroit Motor City Show since the third annual. So that's 25 years now.
Yeah, it's our 28th anniversary. I came on board the original first show. Dave Simon and Wonderland Tattoo put the show on. I attended the show. Me and Dave were friends. After the show, he contacted me and said, "Hey, Tramp, would you like to be a partner of mine in the convention?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" So the second year I did it with Dave Simon. Dave Simon got preoccupied with other things, and I ended up buying him out and brought in my friend Brian Everett. And Brian and I have been doing the show now. For, like I said, we're celebrating our 28th year this year.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I mean, throwing a tattoo show is a lot of work, right?
A whole lot of work. Because back in the day when we were doing the first shows were a lot smaller, a lot more spread out. It wasn't a show every weekend. It was probably two or three good tattoo conventions a year. Now there's two or three tattoo conventions a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of work because back in the day, to have 50 artist booths was considered a big show. We're here with over 300 artists, a couple hundred booths, so it's a night and day difference.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So, like you just said, it would go from something like a big 50 booth convention. Now you're getting close to a couple hundred, 300 artists. What does what does it look like for somebody like yourself doing this? Like I got here the Thursday evening and Friday morning. I saw you moving pallets, talking to security, working your butt off for this event.
I'm
What is
I'm a I'm a hands-on kind of guy, so I like to not only put it together but follow 2 weeks. So I've been here since Tuesday. Brian came in on Tuesday. We're both hands-on. If the artist needs something, they know to come and see me. That it'll get taken care of. The biggest thing is, man, tattooing is night and day difference from 28 years ago till now, which once was more traditional. Black and gray was just becoming, Jack Rudy, Brian Everett kind of brought black and gray to the industry. Uh, it's amazing, the quality of the work you're getting now.
Mhm.
There's so many good artists. We were an old school style convention because we were Brian Everett, Jack Rudy, Tom Renshaw, uh, the old guys. Now a lot of them are gone. Lyle
Yeah.
Tully's been all our shows. He's gone. Billy Eastman, he's gone. So but like I said, the caliber of work the artists are doing nowadays.
Yeah.
Back in the day, apprenticeship took a good year because you had to learn how to build a machine. You had to learn how to mix your ink,
Yeah.
how to make your needles. Who makes needles now? Nobody.
No one.
Uh,
Yeah.
so it's the industry people used to back in the 80s used to say, "Hey, you think tattooing's gonna stay popular?" And look, man, it's
It,
exploded.
it has. It has. Yeah. And you're right. The caliber of quality now has exploded. And do you think maybe that has something to do with the fact that many artists don't need to make machines or make needles? They can spend more time just learning to get better with the artwork.
I think that once people found out you could make a decent living tattooing, a good artist, it opened the door. I mean, tattooing became so popular that many women as men are getting tattooed. Back in the day, very few women were getting tattooed.
Yeah.
Now I'd say it's 50-50.
Yeah.
But like I said, again, the guy that's got a degree in art instead of doing paintings, he's going out and working in a shop and making a decent living, tattooing, and having fun doing it. That's the
Yeah,
difference too.
yeah, yeah. And obviously, if you've been doing this for 25 years, I mean, you having fun doing it too, or is
Yeah, I
it?
mean it's a lot of work, but it's like, of course, when I was younger, it was a lot more fun and a lot more energy. But
Yeah.
I've been tattooing since 1976. I opened the Eternal Tattoos in 1980.
Mhm.
Started doing the conventions in the early 90s. But I've been making ink most of my whole career. I tattooed for 20 something years myself. Once I started making ink, Eternal Ink, and opened up the Eternal Tattoo Supply, that became a whole, uh, just completely keeping me constantly busy. Phone rings all the time.
Yeah,
Big thing is when my phone rings, I answer. I don't
yeah,
do all that texting crap because I can't text that fast. So, like I said, I've always been a hands-on guy, but also a guy that if you want to talk to me, call.
yeah. No, I respect that. And you're right. As I've come in and out of the show, I've seen you even standing at the door at
Thank
some of the security, just being that hands-on, and also, greeting the artists and saying hello to them, and like you said, making sure they feel like you're listening and paying attention to make that they got what they need.
you. Right.
And I think that really adds to the longevity of the event, right? People,
Yeah, and back in the day, it was kind of cool to bring a guy in that maybe nobody had ever heard of, but I've seen the caliber of their work, maybe at another convention or somewhere, and bring them to our Detroit show, give them a little bit of attention, and it works miracles. Once a guy's name starts getting out there, people seeing his work, guy that maybe was having a hard time making a living, next thing he knows, he's getting people from around the world wanting to be tattooed by him.
that's cool. It's really cool. So, yeah, yeah, I would say that then you're saying being at a reputable show like the Detroit show and getting some love can really help a tattoo artist's
Right.
career grow.
Yeah, and like I said, back in the day, the old guys now, Jack Rudy, Lucky. Anyway, the whole thing's just gotten so big. It's no one. I don't think anybody ever thought tattooing would be where it's at now.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I said, now there's a convention at least every week somewhere. It's all cool.
yeah. That's cool. So what? So do you have any vision for the future of the show? Just keep doing the same thing? Any maybe some new concepts? I mean, anything you're seeing moving forward?
I think I don't. I'm not going to say it's peaked, but it's the whole industry just became, back in the day, you didn't wear gloves. Hell, you would take a spray bottle and spray your needle and blow into it and make it dry. And now if you did that, people would look at you like you're crazy. You ain't gonna
Yeah,
tattoo me. Now
yeah,
you're wearing gloves, but it's all good. Like I said, tattoos are exploded. People, everybody likes what they're doing in the tattoo industry, pretty much.
hmm yeah. It's very cool. Well, I mean, no immediate plans to. I mean, we're gonna see a 29th annual and 30th Detroit
Yeah,
show.
we got, we do what we do. We've been here for 18 years at Detroit Marriott, best place you can have it downtown.
Yeah,
The biggest ballroom to be able to have that many people in it. And then when people come in to this venue, they don't have to leave the building because it's not just a hotel; it's restaurants, bars, people mover. You're in downtown Detroit. If you want to go to the casino, it's right across the street. So where we're at gives a lot of options for people coming in from
yeah.
out of state. They don't have to get a rent a car. Once they get here, they got everything they need.
Yeah, no, I've appreciated it. I've also gotten lost quite a bit in this area. It's so big because there's so many choices, but you're right. No need to go anywhere. It's one stop kind of
Right.
shop. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, I appreciate that because it really would probably invite and it makes it more alluring to come. But I feel like the Detroit show it's an invitational, right? So it's pretty packed on its
Yeah, Detroit's
memberships.
invite only. Of course, it's the caliber of your work. We're not going to bring in somebody that doesn't know how to tattoo them. You put them in a booth and let them be, that ain't going to happen. So it's, some people get upset, when I say, hey, I want to go in a booth, I want to see your work.
Okay.
And maybe they get their feelings hurt because maybe I don't know who they are. Well, I don't know everybody, but I know the people we have working here, the quality of their work. So people are going to come to our show are going to get a best tattoo they could possibly get.
It's your reputation.
Yeah, reputation.
So when people, if say somebody who is interested in coming to the show, they would want to maybe go to the Motor City website and
Yep.
apply.
Yeah, all the artist names are on there with their website. So most of the guys here, most of the artists are going to be pre-booked because people know the caliber of artists coming that we bring in. So they're going to go down the list of names and try to find that person that they want to do the work for.
Cool. Cool. And again, I know this is a lot of work on you, and I'm sure probably your favorite part of the show when it kind of wraps up and it's done, right? And you kind of get to relax a little bit. What do you like to do after the show? Do you go on a bike ride?
Yeah, me and Brian were talking about that. We usually plan a trip, out on our motorcycles. Being in Michigan this time of year, this weekend we've got pretty good weather. There's been weekends where it's been an ice storm, snowstorm.
Yeah.
You never know. Our shows are normally the end of February, beginning of March, and of being in Detroit. That's still the winter time. That could be the worst part of the winter.
Yeah.
So after it's done, we try to find a place to get out of town, maybe for a week or so. Go enjoy, just be hanging out, man.
It's cool. Yeah, go decompress after all your hard work. Well, again, I'm lucky to be able to snag you, Tramp, come have a seat and chat. But I know you're up and about, and you've got a show to manage and control. So I don't want to keep you too much more. I do appreciate you creating this event, and like you said, there's so many conventions going on, but it's great that you're still here, putting an example out to other shows on what they should be, quality shows.
I appreciate that, and like I said, it's fun doing it. The best part is Sunday night when it's all over and everything went smooth.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody had a good time. The artists all made money, and everybody makes it back home safe.
It's great. So I love that. Make sure everyone benefits from it. When everyone is successful, then it makes you, when everyone goes to the event and is successful, everyone benefits, and it continues for many years to come.
And I don't want to forget one other person, Gina. My other half's a big part of our show. She's a big part of the communication with the artists.
Yeah.
She's up there on the stage judging, and it's not just me putting on a show. It's me and the people around me. We're all doing it together, and that's what makes it happen the way it does.
Yeah, it's a good team. That's awesome, man. No, I appreciate the humility and showing appreciation for those that help out, because as a good leader, a leader's nothing without their people, right? So you got to have those who are willing to pave the way after if you're cutting the path, they're helping pave it, right? And you definitely have paved the way for a really great show. So thank you so much for your time, Tramp. And I look forward to shaking your hand on Sunday after it's all done and hearing about where you're going to go have your vacation.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, sir.